Hey, Kyle here. This is my third take. First take was with a webcam, failed. Ended it like 5 minutes. I don't want to fuck with webcam. Second take, I went over 10 minutes. Third take. Today, this is a vocal battle report. I forgot my camera. Fucking idiot! So next week, hopefully, if there's nobody's too loud, I'll put in a battle, or I'll record a battle report. What really happened was there was a lot of combat, a lot of assaults. There was like two total assaults, but they lasted one lasted almost the entire game. When we initially started, we made it so it was a little compacted in the center. They weren't spread out along the edge. And so if you had to set up cover on each corner, you had to work your way to get there. Like I had a hill in my left corner where I placed my dreadnought and I inched him over using difficult terrain tests. Once I got him in place, I started blowing everybody away. But the only vehicle he had was a dedicated transport. It was an Ork truck with 12 models in it. 11 boys, 1 knob leader. Second turn, which was the turn we would start shooting at each other. His first turn was solely movement. I moved my Terminator squad forward, just in range of the truck, and blew it up. One hit. And I killed like 5 or 6 of his boys from the explosion. So that was a big loss for him. And I moved my Rhino forward with my dedicated combat squad. The one with the red trim on it. Red details. The big thing was his HQs. He had 2 HQ choices. This giant bulking behemoth, he was probably the size of my dreadnought. By the way, I painted my dreadnought fully. He's fully pretty much done. I might put a red detail on here because he'll probably be part of my first company. All the ones with the red detailing are part of my first company. The big deal with it was the combats of his HQs, because one of them was on a bike and he had like 4 attacks. I think he had more than 4. He had like 6. He had a bunch of guns on it, and he had like a power claw and whatnot. But he went into combat with my first tactical squad, wiped it out, and after I took out his truck with my Terminator squad, I moved him up and flanked. Still took out my Terminators. The Terminators I have are more for ranged. And the Power Fist is more of a defense thing, in case they get charged. So, I'm gonna explain the units I'm gonna be getting for my army later on. I'm holding off until June, or in a few months, because I want to get everything painted up, ready to go, and then when I get another unit, I can get them easily painted up sooner. So, my Terminator squad and my tactical squad got wiped out by 2 HQ flanks. And what happened before, the first thing that really went out, Chapter Master. I was sort of bummed about that. I made a mistake. I wanted to use orbital bombardment, but he got killed too fast because I was too close. What I might do is I might take this guy and my combat squad, join them together and put him in a Rhino. And then when I want to use orbital bombardment, I take him out, use it, and then I start doing stuff with him later in the game, if needed. And most likely it will be needed. But I'll explain my future tactics and corrections later on in another video. But sorry if I seem a little weird. it's just a little painful to talk about because I lost today. I'll explain how. He had a lot of bikes too. He didn't really have a lot of boys. He only had like 2 boys squad. He had 1 in reserve. And I think 4th turn, he rolled to get him out, and he rolled a 1. So that reserve unit was gone. They were killed. So he didn't get to use his 2nd boy squad. And his 1st boy squad that was in the truck, the one that got depleted because of the explosion of the truck, got picked off by, after he took, I took the combat squad out of the Rhino. Rhino got wrecked, and it was pretty much changed the entire line of sight of the game, because everything was out of line of sight of everything else because of the Rhino. And couldn't move it because it was wrecked, obviously. So this guy was the sole survivor of the assault. He failed I purposely made him fail the leadership role, ran 10 inches, and then the boy squad went 6, so he got away. And then I regrouped him, my turn, automatically, and they shall know no fear. It's Space Marine special rules. And made him join my 2nd tactical squad. He wasn't really part of it, he just hung out with them. And destroyed the rest of the boy squad that killed most of my combat squad. And there was 1 left, and I used this guy to blow him to pieces. He used zap cannons as well, which one hit pretty much a lot of my infantry. And once the Rhino went wrecked, it basically made them useless because of line of sight. Same with me. Last cannon, line of sight issues. I'm up to 7 minutes. His HQs took out a lot of my stuff. The only 3 units I had left was my sergeant of my combat squad, pieces of my 2nd tactical squad, my assault squad, which survived because they stayed rather low in cover, and my dreadnought. And I sort of got pinned, not pinned, but sort of got crammed into the left corner of my side. I just decided to retreat and called it, and it was a great game. I made a big mistake with my chapter master. Sort of put him sort of pushed him forward too early. I got a little too overconfident with him because my tests made him quite effective. More luck in the future, I guess. I'll be working on my strategies. I have a video up of my main strategies. I haven't faced any other army but Orks, so I still have a lot to learn about the other armies. Hopefully next week somebody will have another army. I really don't want to end up going against Tyranids because they're annoying. It's my take on them. They're just annoying. I mean, they're a nice army, but they're just annoying when you gotta fight them. Well, today I lost. Mainly due to his HQs. His HQs were like 6 attacks each. They were just blowing through me in assaults. So I might make my army a little more ranged compatible. Because I'm supposed to, main thing about Orks is the first time I faced him, had the problem of getting close to me. Well, it was very open. Since we sort of put more terrain up, I don't want this to fall. Put more terrain up, more line of sight issues, more closer battle. It's very interesting. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna be situating my troops, figuring some stuff out. I'll have some more videos up of some random stuff, future parts of future units of my army. Expect future videos on future units of my army and my personal tactics. This is Kyle Likes Pie 665, and no, I'm not a fat ass. I don't eat pie all the time. I actually don't eat pie at all. It's just a joke. So bye. I'm kidding. Nobody's really complaining about my name. Bye.